so you're all getting apologies. Next reader is Stephanie Benedetto Padovani. She is a co-owner of the DJ Solution, specializing in cheese-free wedding entertainment. When not skillfully avoiding the chicken dance, although I'm sure you could convince her to do it, she is putting the finishing touches on her memoir called Growing Up in the Garden of Eden. The Last Christmas is a passage from that book. We were originally supposed to do this in closer to Christmas, so some of these are Stephanie.
Let me see if I can adjust this for my height. So I am reading something about Christmas, and that's under protest from my husband, who is so done with the holidays. This is an excerpt from my memoir called Growing Up in the Garden of Eden, which chronicles my childhood in the town of Eden, New York, my mother's 4 husbands, that's right, 4, she's actually on number 5 right now, and my spiritual struggles growing up in the born-again Christian community. So we'll call this The Last Christmas, and this is 1987 when I was 10 years old. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then, when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. That's James chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. I am too excited for sleep. Ever since Mom put us to bed a few hours ago, I've been unable to close my eyes, tossing and turning in bed. It's Christmas. Dennis breathes deeply in the bed across from me. He is such a baby he could sleep through an earthquake. The rustling and bumping coming from downstairs can only be the sound of presents being arranged beneath our small Christmas tree. My heart beats faster, imagining what my gifts could be this year. Maybe the deluxe science kit, complete with microscope and slides to examine hair and skin flakes up close. Maybe a puppy for Dennis, and books, lots of books. Dennis, wake up. It's Christmas. Dennis moans and opens his eyes. It's still dark outside. He rolls over, only half awake. It's after midnight. It's Christmas Day. Let's go downstairs and take a peek. Dennis rubs his eyes and puts on his glasses. We probably shouldn't. His eyes shine in the darkness, and I see him dreaming of the piles and piles of presents under the tree. Come on. Dad lets us open our stockings when we have Christmas with him, as long as we wait to open the presents. Come on. I tiptoe down the stairs, and Dennis creeps after me. The glow from the Christmas tree beckons around the corner. I giggle as we smile at each other. Presents. The colored lights on the tree cast a magical glow over the gifts stacked around the TV set and under the tiny tree beside it. My heart bulges with excitement, as full as the stockings hanging from the windowsill. The VCR light glows 3:47 a.m. Dennis, look, I whisper, dumping my stocking onto the floor, tearing open the packages of Now and Later candies, a book on insects, a cat-shaped bookmark, Cat Fantasy magazine, and a wind-up dinosaur toy. Dennis lifts his treasures out one at a time and opens them slowly. We giggle into our sleeves. When my stocking is empty, I gaze longingly at the pile of presents beside us. Dennis's face falls as he slumps to the floor. I guess that's it, he says. Wait, I tell him, almost forgetting to be quiet. There, next to the TV, is an unwrapped box labeled Clue, the Mystery Video Game, left for both of us, which I know because Mom doesn't wrap the presents that we have to share. Let's play it, I breathe. Dennis glances over his shoulder towards Mom's room. Come on, it's It's not even wrapped. We pounce on the video and tear off its cellophane wrapper, then turn on the TV, adjusting the volume to low. Dennis sits close as I feed the tape into the VCR and it slowly disappears. The words clue and mystery appear on the screen, drenching the room in blue and white. The lights from the Christmas tree and the television blend, painting Dennis's laughing face red, green, yellow, and blue. Mysterious music plays softly as I twirl around the room before collapsing in a heap. Play the videotape until it tells you to stop, I say, reading the directions. Then we follow the instructions to guess who committed the crime. We listen with our ears inches away from the television. Suddenly a loud shriek comes from the kitchen. "What are you doing?" I flinch as the lights turn on full blast. "You know you are not supposed to open presents without me." Mom glowers in the doorway in her fuzzy green bathrobe. The wrinkles at the corners of her mouth draw sharply into a frown, and her face is puffy with sleep. "I go to all this trouble, and you don't even wait for me." I look from Mom to Dennis, then at the ground, hanging my head. The wrapping paper and cellophane on the floor crinkle under Mom's feet as she stomps across the rug. "Go to bed, both of you." Dennis stands slowly, stepping around the mess of paper and ribbon, ugly and ordinary now in the yellow light. "I'm sorry, Mom," I whisper as I slink after him. "I can't believe the two of you," Mom yells as she stoops to gather the scattered paper. "This is the last time we do Christmas, and you won't be playing with that video for a long time." "Thanks a lot, Steph," Dennis hisses as he climbs into bed. Tears melt into my pillow, and I beg God's forgiveness for being so worldly. I can't even choke out the words to confess. It's all my fault. I ruined Christmas. The next morning, my eyes are crusty with dried tears. I lay on my back until Dennis rolls out of bed. "Steph, are you up?" "Yeah." "Come on, it's Christmas." We walk down the stairs together to the living room, where Mom waits, hands folded in her lap, with that determined smile on her face. She holds a lighter to the tip of her cigarette and inhales until the tip glows a fiery red. "Go ahead," she mumbles around the cigarette. Neither of us moves to open our presents. I don't want them anymore. I don't deserve them. "Go ahead," she repeats. I pop the tape off the packages and fold the wrapping paper beside them. A How to Draw a Cat's instruction book with colored pencils and an artist's pad, sea monkeys, a thick blue and peach sweater, the Chronicles of Narnia. I stack my presents in a pile. The Clue video is nowhere to be seen. "Thanks, Mom." I force a smile. "Waffles for breakfast," Mom smiles back at us, shuffling across the floor into the kitchen. The living room is silence as Dennis and I stare at each other. No more Christmas. Mom always keeps her promises. She punished us for lighting candles in the house when Joelle was babysitting, telling us we wouldn't have a Christmas tree that year. We stacked our presents under a wreath hung on the wall instead. I beg God for another Christmas, just one more, even though I don't deserve it.